Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classics. This is episode number 2407, and Doubleshot number 2301. Now, you may have noticed, basically, there was a video that disappeared. I had noticed, though, that I put up the same video twice, and I put the wrong information there. Well, it turns out I did the same video twice for reasons unexplained. That was partially my fault, so I deleted the video because it was the same exact thing twice. Yep. So, with this particular video, we're discussing Masterworks Incredible Hulk, volume, I believe it's 17. Yeah, and this is, I believe, is the last of the Marvel Masterworks for, actually 16, excuse me. There's a couple more treasures I'm not going to discuss, so I'm just going to discuss basically just the Incredible Hulk issues. Yeah, this one issues 245 to 255. 245, 248 mostly put in a way. These four issues feel like basically just the writer wrapping up loose ends from the Captain Marvel book. And this fills in the gap between his appearances from issue 4 and issue 8. Yeah, that's mostly what exactly what the issues serve as. It's written by Bill Mantlo, and he does these four issues. And I found the issue pretty good. I love the fact he had a chance to do this, and of course you have Glenn Talbot. Trish Starr makes a brief return to the comics here, and she was two more times after this, and that's pretty much it in 245. In 246, just Captain Marvel with Doc Stamps. It's mostly just take on Glenn Talbot for these issues. Yes, Glenn Talbot. Also, goes to the Garter, just really fun set of issues per se. Bill Mantlo and Sal Busher doing an excellent job here. Then with 249, basically, he takes on Jack Frost. A character who last appeared in the issue of Iron Man 127, Demon in a Bottle, which that was just about a year ago. Yep, where he apparently dies, though he comes back in Missing Spider-Man and number 20. In 150, he has a little fight with the Silver Surfer, and first appearance of Claire Moody, who appears in one issue, her and her daughter, Mary Beth Moody. Yeah, they're basically one-shot characters. Most of it is Hulk in New Mexico, because he likes staying on New Mexico. In 251, basically, he deals with 3D Man. Yes, 3D Man, who last appeared in his own debut issue. He last appeared in Marvel Premiere. If you're curious, who the heck is 3D Man? Well, this is the original 3D Man, who is sadly no longer alive. He's a character who was a creation of Roy Thomas, and here he's a 50 character debut who basically in story, just debuted in 50, basically made his debut in the 70s, but chronologically, now he's here for 2 issues. Then he pops on Contest Champions number 1, then appears as a recurring character in Avengers Initiative. He got killed off in his first issue of Atlas. He's only here just for a couple issues, just continuing what was going on in his book. Hulk takes on a book called Wood God, Centaura. Wood God, it's mostly put in a way. It's like Bill Mantlo is continuing stuff from Marvel Premiere for basically issues 251, 52. That's most what these issues are. And yeah, it's more Hulk taking more monsters. There is the 11th annual, which I'm not going to review here. I'll probably review the next Comic Corner. That was not collected in the main book for some reason. And then 254, we have debut of the UFOs. Yep, the UFOs. Okay, the UFOs are gaseous villains. 2 of them are related to each other. I think it's Vapor and Victor are basically brother and sister. Actually, it's X-Ray. Yeah. And it's X-Ray and Vapor are sisters. They're led by Victor. Yep, that's their leader. And the UFOs mostly put originally Hulk villains. Even though they kind of died in their debut appearance, mostly. But it's kind of in the way you can think of it as Hulk's version of the Wrecking Crew. They mostly put up here a lot in Hulk. After this debut issue, they pop up in 275. And most respected Hulk, guest star in Avengers, and appeared a lot over the years. I mean, one of the most noteworthy things they did over the years is that these groups destroyed the Vault. Yeah, and if I open the issue of Heroes for Hire. The most recent appearance actually was in Amazing Spider-Man. If you don't count Grand Design, Amazing Spider-Man 76. That was the most recent appearance of this group. Yeah. They broke out of the Vault in issue 1 in that series, and they basically destroyed it, and that was the last time the Vault was ever seen in the comics. Well, I think they reopened it. But it was destroyed for years, and then reopened in pages of Venom. Yeah, in Volume 1. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. I mean, it has played a big role in years. I mean, the biggest story it took part with was the Marvel graphic novel for this that basically featured this thing. Its most recent appearance was in Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings #4. That was the last time the Vault was ever seen. Yep, great set of issues. I think probably with next Comic Con, I probably will be reviewing the annuals that Hulk had. Yeah, I'll review the annuals next time, just not right now. Yeah, I'll review annuals 10 and 11 with next Comic Corner. Next time I review Hulk, I'll talk about these two annuals. Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk about those annuals at that point. But these issues in particular, really good. I mean, it starts really interesting, like Captain Marvel, and then we're having a two-parter guest starring. And we did it's like, what can you say about these issues? We have 4 issues dealing with basically plot threads from Captain Marvel, and then we have 2 issues. One issue fights Jack Frost, and then fighting the Silver Surfer 250, and then 251, 252. Actually, most about 251 to 254 is mostly put Bill Mansell bringing back characters from the canceled Marvel Premiere series, and he does this for 4 straight issues, which I think is interesting. The fact he does this, and with 3 straight issues, and then of course they do the UFOs, and finally capping off with basically 255 with Hulk versus Thor. Yeah, another famous rounds they have. Yeah, and basically we're going into basically the 80s with these issues, so mostly people continue from the 80s point forward comes to Hulk. Yep. You might be asking, are we getting close to going back to the Epic Collections? Not yet. Not for a while. But I love these issues. I give these issues a 10 out of 10 because these issues are really good. Next up we have is Avengers Epic. This is Masterworks Avengers Volume 20, which collects issues 203 to 16 and the 10th annual, which I'm skipping the annual because I've discussed it before. Yep. Yeah, this is the beginning and the end of basically of the character Yellow Jacket. We're going to talk about that. Your writer now. The writers mostly issues mostly Jim Shooter, who does 204, 211, 216, 203 to 205. That's Dave Michelini. 204 basically has got like 3 writers on it. Basically, Jim Shooter, Dave Michelini, Bob Belowski. 205 is he does with Dave Michelini. 207, 208 is him. 206 is done by Bill Mansell. He also has 210. 207, 208 with Bob Belowski with that issue. That's Dave Higroff. Dan Matias has issue 209, and of course Dan's done with Chris Claremont. The artwork for 206 to 208, 210, and 211 is done by Gene Colan. Gene Colan does team with the artwork with Alan Koppenberg with 207, 208, but he's the main artist for 204, 205. Though 204 he does with Don Newland. 203 is Carmen Fantino. 215, 216 is Alan Luis. Bob Hall does 214 to 212, 214. And that's with Michael Golden. Now, the time period these issues came out was basically January of 1981, and we wrap up in December 1981. Basically, 1 year worth of comics. Yep. And the opening issue just basically continued between Beast and Wonder Man. for like a single issue. Now these are really key issues mostly. Yeah, these are very much key issues, but yeah, they're the focus of this issue, and it's mostly put just them working together as a team up for this issue. And then we have 204, where we have them take on the freaking Yellow Jacket, who last page of Nova. Yep. So Hawkeye quits the team in 204. In 205, they still deal with Yellow Claw, who apparently dies in this book, but he later pops up. Mara Fanfare takes on Captain America. In 206, basically, they take on a character called Pyron. Is this his sole appearance? Yep. It's just a flame villain. 207, take on a guy called Berserker. Like, okay. You're probably thinking, what's up with these minor characters? Like, first is a one-shot character, then we have a character for 2 issues of this book and possible for Thing. Yeah, seriously. Like, okay. Interesting. Then we have something called the Resurrection Stone. And, like, it just basically 2 other guys and very small amount of Avengers for this issue. For 210, Weatherman. Yes. A guy who appears for 1 issue. Nothing really bad here per se, but oh boy. Then we have where basically 211 is like, we have like several people lead the team. Beast, Wonder Man, Vision, and Scarlet Witch, and Tigra joins the team with Yellow Jacket, though there's a reason. And in fact, Moondragon, who, if I heard in this issue, who last appeared back around 2-1. Yep. Oh boy, 212. This is a very infamous issue, 212. What is so famous about this issue? Well, Yellow Jacket kills a one-shot character named Elf Queen in cold blood. Yep. Though that's not the only thing. That's a minor reason. But the big thing about this issue, and what is so big about issue 212? Well, you're about to find out, because basically this is a historic issue. An issue that is frequently referenced about Hank Pym over the years, and you're about to hear the reason why. If I can get to it, that is. Getting close. I appreciate the fact it's good artwork in these issues. Yep, definitely. The annual, like I mentioned, not discussing the annual because I discussed already in the Miss Marvel Epic Collection. I think it was Volume 2, I think it was clicking there. Which, of course, after that, she brought up issue Mara Fanfare, then she jumped over to X-Men. Like, right after that issue came out. Yeah, and she was a recurring character in X-Men for a while. She later basically joined Avengers in the late 90s. Yeah, it wasn't until the Kurt Busiek relaunch she finally rejoined the team. Okay. Now I'm getting really close here. There's stuff here with Jocasta in these issues, so she's a supporting character, but let's talk about 212 here. 212. Yeah, Tigra basically it's all focused on Tigra, and they have Captain America. Everything is all hunky-dory. You have Hank in a bed, and he's acting different. He's acting like very impatient, like he really wants to basically like make an impression, like he destroys one of Jan's costumes. Like, why? You're probably thinking, why is he acting this way? Well, so then of course basically the Elf Queen gets beaten up, and of course Hank basically is like, he gets impatient. But we're getting to the reason why this issue is infamous. Well, actually it happens in the very next issue. Yeah, Yellow Jacket's tried, and, well, he just tells Jan to knock it off. Even though she's trying to be held off for him, but nope. You have all this stuff happening. Hank builds a robot that's being told not to because of what happened with Ultron. And then Hank does something completely unforgivable in issue 213. He slaps Janet. Yes, the slap referred to by Nydia, his own daughter, as slap heard around the world. This one slap. And what happened right after this slap? Janet filed for divorce and took all of his money. Yep. So he's kicked out of the Avengers for beating up his own wife. Actually, for hitting his own wife. Yeah, he's pretty much kicked off the roster after he just returned. Yeah, we also have a robot called Salvation 1. He's only here for like one issue. Yeah, he's off the team here. Then we do the Ghost Rider. I'm also put it's a little continuation from Champions in this issue. Yes. Yeah, and then we have 215 where Silver Surfer shows up to take on the Molecule Man. Then in 216, let's see, I think that's where it ends, right? Oh, there's still one more. Yeah, 216 is the last issue here. Yeah, deal with the Molecule Man for a couple issues, and team with Fantastic Four, and that's it. Oh, Thor, Tiger leaves the team with issue 216. And she later pops up and comes as champions like right after this. Yeah, because she's a bit out of control, so she left the team. Yeah, if you're curious what she did right after this book, right after she left the team after just joining the team, well, she popped up in issue Captain America, an issue of Kenny X-Men, a couple issues of Kenny X-Men. After appearing sporadically, she was there asked to join the West Coast team, and that was a team she was part of for the next decade. For the longest time. Yep. And if you're really curious, does Tiger still appear in comics? Oh, yeah, she does. As a matter of fact, we're going to talk about her in basically the most recent appearance, actually issue 25 of the current volume of Moon Knight. Yep. Great set of issues. I know that issue 213 is 213 to 14 is a bit controversial, but this two-parter led into a really good storyline right afterwards. Known as basically, well, this is the trial of the Yellow Jacket. As a matter of fact, there's an old trade that collects this. But these are great issues. I love them. And this is basically the Avengers get back on track. Yes, of course, 214 is a controversial issue. Actually, 213 is. Yeah, 213 is a controversial issue because of the slap. This issue basically is frequently referenced over the years. Yeah, 213. So you probably think, okay, what happens to Yellow Jacket right after he's removed from the roster? Right after this one issue, after he just came back to the team. It's like he was so arrogant. He's like, oh yeah, I'm back in Avengers, making an impression. By killing a one-shot character. Yep, but he does return after this, but not part of the team. Nope. He returns to 17. But mostly put, basically, he just is there. Yeah, and this also is return of his old enemy, Egghead. Yep. And also, we also have the return of a character who appears one more time after this, and that was it for her. Yep. And I'll be looking forward to basically discussing, well, what happens with next. Let's see. Come on, seriously, thank you. Okay, that particular storyline would not happen with the very next volume. Nope. Would it happen with 22? Yes. Let's see. No.
You should update your Android cleaner now, or your phone can slow down and the battery will be drained faster.
Don't worry about that. Yeah, basically with volume 22, basically that yeah, basically, well, when I get in the next couple of lines, basically, I will cap off this particular Marvel Masterworks run. Yep. Yes, it will be finished up here. Seriously, thank you. Stop it. Thank you. Come on. Thank you. Come on. Yeah. But yeah, really good issues, and we're going to proceed forward here. Now, you might be curious, though, about the Avengers annuals. When does next, I think number 10, when does annual number 11 come out? 11 comes out in 82. Roughly just the following year. Yeah, I'll discuss that within their trade here. Yep. But yeah, that'd be particularly a particular view. Next time we got another comic corner. I'm gonna call it a night because it's getting kind of late. Okay, next video. Bye.